My name is Alan, I am 35 years old, and I live alone in a small house on the edge of town. Life has felt empty lately, and the weight of loneliness is thick, especially after Jessica, my wife, left for her mother's place just an hour ago. We have been drifting apart for months, and today was just another silent storm between us. As a writer, I often find myself at my desk staring at blank pages, my mind trapped in a fog of despair and anger. I promised Eddie from the publishing company that I would finish the sequel to that ghost story he liked so much, but truth be told, I have been struggling to write anything meaningful since Jessica left. The pressure and the heartbreak have worn me thin. Finally, with the house quiet and empty, I sat down, hoping for inspiration to come. But then came the sound, a shrill creak from the kitchen. Confused, I looked up toward the dark hallway and saw a figure, a woman with her back turned to me. My heart stopped. "Jessica," I whispered, voice barely steady. She did not turn. "You already left." "What are you doing here?" I asked, dread creeping through my veins. She spoke softly, almost sweetly. "I am doing the dishes, dear. I just ate a custard tart." Her calmness felt wrong, unnatural. "But I dropped you off at your mother's," I said, trying to keep my voice steady. "I took a cab back home," she said, still not facing me. I felt like having a custard tart. Unnerved, I replied, "Aren't you going to miss your train?" She laughed, a sound that sent chills down my spine. "Hey Alan, do you want a custard tart?" I hesitated, wary of this strange version of Jessica. She had been begging to visit her mother for months, yet she came back just for a custard tart. "Tell me, Jess, are you okay?" I asked, my heart pounding. She giggled like a child. "Why yes, dear, you want this, it's delicious." "No, I am all right, you should really leave. Your mom must be waiting," I insisted. She started humming a tune I didn't recognize, a melody twisted and haunting. "No one is waiting for me," she said flatly. "What?" I stammered. "Alan," she whispered, "do you remember when we first met?" I nodded but said nothing. "You stalked me around campus like a bug. I used to like that too." Her voice changed, as if two beings spoke within her. "I miss those times when you sneaked into the dorm lounge to leave flowers on my desk. When I waited up late to bake something sweet for you, your favorite custard tart, you always said it reminded you of home." The room grew cold. "I still think about that night, Alan," she continued, voice sharp and cold now, "when I almost drowned in the pool. What would have happened if you had not saved me?" My breath caught. "Jess, what are you saying?" Her voice split again between sweet and sinister. "You love me, dear, don't you?" I swallowed hard. "Of course I do. Then why are you hiding things from me lately?" "But I am not hiding anything," I said, shaking. The sharp voice cut through the silence. "Do not lie." I took a step back as her face slowly turned just enough for me to glimpse it. It was her, but not. Her skin was pale, almost translucent, as if she had been sitting in the cold next to the custard tart for days. "Jess, look at me." "I am looking at you," she said, yet her eyes were hollow, dark. She whispered then, almost singing, "Do not you want to taste it? It is your favorite." Suddenly my phone rang. The sharp sound broke the nightmare moment. I nearly dropped it, shocked to see Jessica's number flashing. She tilted her head as I answered. Her voice was cheerful, warm, and distant all at once. "Hey honey, I reached here safely. I will be staying for the night. There is a custard tart left for you in the fridge." "Take care." I stood frozen, the imposter still smiling eerily at me, the shadows in my mind deepening. The darkness in the house thickened, whispering promises darker than death itself. I realized then that the woman in my kitchen was not my Jessica, but something claiming her shape, feeding on my pain and regret. A phantom born from my shattered heart and guilt. It wanted me to taste the custard tart, to join it in the cold silence where no light or love could reach. I knew I had to get rid of it, to fight this horror creeping into my life. But as I reached for the knife in the drawer, the walls started to close in, my reflection warping into that ghostly smile. I took a deep breath and confronted her with everything I had left, a mix of love, anger, and desperation. The night twisted into a nightmare where the past and present bled together, and by dawn, only one of us would remain. Either I would lose myself to this shadow, or send it back to the dark void where it belonged. But the cost was unimaginable, because sometimes when love dies, it leaves behind monsters that hunger for the souls of the living. And in my quiet house, where the custard tart sat untouched, the final silence was shattered by a whisper. "Remember me, Alan, forever."